Ioannis Chochliouros from the Hellenic Telecommunications Organization, Greece, also member of the Deutsche Telekom group of companies. And we pass to the next slide, just a layout of my presentation regarding aspects coming from the scope of the 6G-PATH project that will be discussed in the following slides. So we pass to the next slide. Actually, this is an overview of our 3 years project that has started since January of this year. We include 26 partners from 13 countries. You can see also the allocation regarding the nature of the activities of each partner. We have industrial partners like OT, Orange Romania, Telefonica, Airbus, Hewlett-Packard, 8 academic and research partners from well-known institutes and universities, and a core of 12 SMEs plus one non-governmental organization. Our project comprises of 12.5 million euros with a prediction for 3 million euros for financial support to third parties. In fact, we start with 10 use cases, as you will find out, supported by 7 test beds and related pilots, and in the scope of the open calls, we will extend this with 30 additional use cases. Next slide, please. So here is the vision of our project, actually, where we stand and what we want to do. We have a reliable path towards the implementation of beyond 5G because we have considered and experienced worldwide deployment of public and private actions related to 5G. This has brought a lot of innovations. However, as I mentioned here, it is always something more expected regarding efficiency by the overall community and also expected in terms of performance by the industrial and technology partners. In parallel with demands coming for higher throughput, lower latency for the new innovations and the proposed services, and also options for energy efficient communications. And here comes as a response our approach. The aim is to foster further development and integration of new tools and products from European companies, in principle, within the Beyond 5G towards 6G framework, measuring relevant KPIs and KPIs. We have 10 use cases related to 4 key verticals: health, education, smart cities, and farming. And in the scope of the open calls, we will have 2 additional pilot sites with the inclusion of 30 extra use cases. And all this framework will take place within a close cooperative context with other Stream B and Stream C projects. Next slide, please. This is an overview of what I mentioned. We can distinguish our activities, our 5G, 6G-PATH platform with the use cases, the verticals. On the upper part, we see innovations coming mainly from standardization. We see the open calls on the left part of the screen where we will expect having more involvement by market actors. We expect also feedback and cooperation coming from ongoing SNS activities. And of course, what will appear will be the inclusion of extra partners via the open calls. So the challenge here is to identify use cases as a means for setting 6G challenges and for promoting the way towards 6G via realistic market-related scenarios. Next slide, please. This is an overview of the intended goals. Our work is about integrating and operating a large set of test-based related pilots, following also 3GPP related progress in the area. Then we expect to use these test beds as a common infrastructure for the integration of beyond 5G innovations, offer a proper experimentation platform that will support technical integration for related use cases, and most importantly, for the collection of related metrics, and also integration, demonstration, and evaluation of approximately 40 use cases depicting real market needs. Next one, please. Continuing our discussion, also it's about the performance of a minimum validation of technological innovation together with potential business models and commercialization of our activities, because we want our project to have strong feedback in the market sector. And so we practically intend to bring together sets of related architectures and capabilities that will be made available to the wider public for those who expect to realize related tests. Next slide. This is an overview. I will pass these slides very quickly about our objectives. These are strongly relevant to the previous approach, setting a validation and experimentation framework, delivering an integration and experimentation platform, most importantly, expanding user community via open calls. Next one. Also formulating a collection of requirements from the SNS group in particular, promoting business models, disseminating our results, and finally, in the next slide, creating some sort of open repositories in order to promote dispersion of knowledge. We pass to the next one, which is a depiction of what we intend to do, what I just mentioned, our use cases, extra contributions by the open calls, and the actual, let's say, context, which will be based on 7 dedicated test beds offered by our market actors. Next one. This is a depiction of the platform we intend to realize, where in particular we want to integrate innovations and findings coming from other European projects, in particular previous SNS or potential contributions from 5G-PATH projects of phase 3 in particular. And we pass to the next one. This is the collection of the innovations we want to take into account and promote. As you can see here, we expect to focus on localization services, non-terrestrial networks, sensitive networks, next generation of core backhauling and micro networks, also the inclusion of extreme end-to-end slicing, energy efficiency options are all these issues that will be included in our approach. Next one. This is a depiction of our test beds in Portugal, Romania, Germany, Spain, Sweden, UK, and Greece, correlated to the innovations we have just identified. We pass to the next one, Alex. This is an overview actually of our verticals and use cases. We have the farming vertical with which aims to discuss issues about water savings and smart vineyards. The educational vertical, which promotes 3 use cases around the use of extended reality. The health vertical, which proposes 2 use cases where we extend to evaluate, in particular, among others, the concept of micro and automatic edge nodes. And the smart cities vertical with 3 dedicated use cases. Here, the focus will be on applied mission-critical communication in order to support public protection and disaster relief and emergency-related applications. And going towards the end of my presentation, this is an overview of the verticals and the use cases, and then we pass to the expected outcomes. Contribution to the sustainable growth of 5G advanced and 6G infrastructures, validation of related core technologies and architectures in the context where a lot of of the involvement of many actors from the market, validation of the related technologies also in the value chain and provision of viable business models, contribution to standardization bodies. Next one, I'm finalizing. Support the European view, inclusion of many actors in an interactive framework, creation of repositories, collection of new tools, and finally, the next final slide, Alex, also contribution to the European policies, positioning Europe as a lead market and supporting the citizens' quality of life, and stimulate also strategic alliances with vertical and industrial actors. The final slide is just my communication information for any